Hello and welcome to English 1301, Comp and Rhetoric 1. My name is Libby Bennett and I will be your instructor this term. I wanted to give you some basic information about how to reach me. The best place to reach me is within the D2L classroom through email. You can also use my main Lone Star email address, but if you use an address that is not a Lone Star address, a lot of times the messages get put in my junk folder and I don't get to see them. I check email Monday through Thursday, and I will not be available at any point over spring break or over the Easter holiday. I typically send message updates through remind.com, and I'll show you how to get onto that in a second. This information is in your course syllabus, but if you would like to sign up for one-way text messaging, you can do so using this. Feel free to pause the screen so that you can get the information. We're going to go over the syllabus briefly. We'll start with a course overview. We'll discuss the drops, discussion boards, grammar and textbook assignments, large essays, final exam essay exemption, grade determination, letter grade assignment, and a tentative instructional outline. According to the course catalog, English 1301 is an intensive study and practice in the strategies and techniques for developing research-based expository and persuasive text. Emphasis on effective and ethical rhetorical inquiry, including primary and secondary research methods, critical reading of verbal, visual, and multimedia texts, systematic evaluation, synthesis, and documentation of information sources, and critical thinking about evidence and conclusions. And that information is not very interesting, but basically what it means is that you're going to be reading, writing, and analyzing a lot over the course of the term. Every course at Lone Star has specific learning outcomes, and the mastery of these outcomes is actually part of what makes this course transferable to a university. So students will read college-level materials to demonstrate knowledge of individual and collaborative research processes, develop ideas, and synthesize primary and secondary sources within focused academic arguments, including one or more research-based essays, analyze, interpret, and evaluate a variety of texts for ethical and logical uses of evidence, write in a style that clearly communicates meaning, builds credibility, and inspires belief or action. Apply the conventions of style manuals for specific academic disciplines. In this course, we will use MLA. Discussion boards. Each week you will participate in a discussion board, which I call a DB. The only exception will be the weeks that we're doing peer review for a large essay assignment, and in that case, the peer review will count as your discussion board. So I have some very strict guidelines for discussions, which will help us meet the writing requirement in the class. You must respond to the initial prompt by Thursday at 11:59 p.m., and your post must be a minimum of 250 words. And then you must respond to at least 2 classmates' posts by Sunday of that week, with a minimum of 125 words per post. So you'll be writing a minimum of 500 words in discussion boards per week. You'll also be doing grammar and ebook quizzes. You'll need to purchase the e-textbook. This on the right side shows a picture of the cover of the textbook. You do not need the actual physical textbook, but you do need the online access, which is called REVEL. You can purchase both as a bundle from the bookstore on campus, or you can choose to purchase just the ebook for about $25 to $35. You'll have access to that ebook for 1 year. You must submit the receipt for the purchase of REVEL by Thursday, January 18th in D2L, and that is your first grade, and it's worth a quiz grade. You'll be writing large essays over the course of the term. They will be turned in online before the cutoff time and date. Everything in this course is either due Thursday at 11:59 p.m. or Sunday at 11:59 p.m. I do not accept late papers, and everything must be formatted in MLA 8th edition. My drop rule. I will drop you from the course for the following reasons. Number 1, you do not participate in 2 consecutive discussion boards, and/or you do not complete Essay 1 by the due date. Having taught this course for many years, I know that if you miss that first essay, you don't succeed in the rest of the course. If you are not passing this course with at least a 60 on the official drop date, which is April 6, 2018, you should drop the course. It's very difficult to get anything below a 60 into something that will transfer. If you do drop the course, whether I drop you or you drop yourself, this could impact student visas, financial aid, and GI benefits. So make sure that you have the next 16 weeks free and you are able to commit that time to the course. Peer reviews. So I talked about this just a moment ago. A peer review is something I take very seriously. It is an enormous part of the writing process. You will perform 2 peer reviews, one for content and one for grammar, for each essay. The peer review itself is worth 30% of your essay's grade. And in addition to that, it's graded separately as a discussion board assignment. If you miss one, the highest you could possibly get on a paper is a 70, and very few people are able to maintain that if they go through the peer review. The final exam and exemption. Your final exam is an essay, and I'll give you more information about it later in the term. The exam counts as a large writing assignment, so it'll be worth roughly 10 to 12% of your overall grade. I've created a criteria that will allow you to exempt the final. If you have completed 100% of all the course assignments and have a course average of 82.51, by Wednesday, May 2nd, I will exempt you from the final exam essay. As I mentioned before, I do not accept late work. Grammar and mechanics. Everything you write in here must be written in complete sentences. You must use proper grammar, punctuation, spelling, and mechanics to the best of your ability. You can use online style guides or actually guides from the library. And you also have free access to Grammarly Premium, which I give you instructions on how to do that in week 1 in the course. We'll go over that in just a few minutes. Your grade determination. Discussion boards are worth 35% of your grade. The grammar assignments and e-textbook quizzes are worth 15%. Large essays are worth 35%, and your midterm exam is worth 15%. The midterm exam is grammar and revision based. The letter grade assignment. So we use a standard 4.0 scale. Anything from 90 to 100 is an A, which is 4.0. 80 to 89 is a B, which is a 3.0. 70 to 79 is a C, which is a 2.0. 60 to 69 is a D, which is a 1.0. Anything under 60, so 59 and below, is an F. If you get a D, if your score is 60 to 69, you still receive credit for the course. However, most universities will not accept anything less than a C as a transfer. The withdrawal policy. As I mentioned before, the withdrawal date for Lone Star for spring term is April 6th. So if something comes up and you find you have to withdraw from the class, you'll need to do so no later than that date to avoid having an F on your transcripts. In many cases, it's better to show a withdrawal than an F on a transcript. Sometimes students think it's better to have the F and then retake the class. However, the F always pulls down your GPA, and it also looks bad. Employers as well as other universities can pull your transcripts and they'll see that. Several Fs is going to look quite different from a few Ws. The 6-drop rule, I'll let you read this. It's within the actual course syllabus, which is online. And I'll go over a tentative instructional outline that's also on the syllabus, which is in the course. Typically, the best way to go through your course is week by week in D2L, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. I can alter due dates at any time throughout the semester, but when I do, I always let you know through the news tool in D2L. In order to access your course, you go to d2l.lonestar.edu, and the areas that you'll most likely be looking at will be grades and content. So here is how you access REVEL, and this is the online textbook. There's a link here, which is the same as the link I've put in D2L, and that'll actually take you to where you can purchase just the access to the ebook. Grammarly is a free service that Lone Star University Park has access to until September 1st, 2018 for free. Grammarly teaches you to be a better writer as long as you pay attention to what it's saying. It's also an extra credit assignment, so I recommend getting it. So now we're in D2L. So D2L, the news section I referred to before, is right here. And I don't have anything posted there just yet, but that's where I post weekly comments and updates on grading and things like that. What you'll need to do, most important area to access first, is the content. And you can see I have updated the course and broken it down by week. So each week you'll know what you're doing. Right now I've only uploaded the first week, but I tend to upload many weeks at a time, so sometimes you're able to work ahead. The first thing you'll be doing this week is a getting to know each other discussion board. This is ungraded, but it's going to give us an opportunity to get to know each other a little bit before we dive right in. You'll also need to get the e-textbook, and here are the instructions for doing that. Once you've purchased the e-textbook, you can upload the receipt here. It is due Thursday at 11:59. Here are the instructions for how to use Grammarly, and if you sign up for it, you can receive extra credit by uploading a screenshot here. So you'll click on each one of these to see exactly what you need to do. The other area that you'll want to look at is grades. And right now there's not a whole lot in there, but this is where your grades will post and you'll also be able to see your feedback. Well, I'm looking forward to a great term. Have a wonderful day. Bye.